better to help get the campaign off to a cracking start than to welcome Boris Johnson, the Mayor of London, here to Enfield Highway. Look, let me be brief, because I know unusually you don't want to listen to me, but you want to hear from the Mayor. The reality is, in the last 5 years of being in Parliament, I've learnt one thing, and that thing is that actually, if you can work in partnership with the decision makers, the people who also have a stake in your constituency doing well, in your area doing well, you will succeed more. And I've had the privilege of having the support of the Mayor of London on so many big issues that have affected us here in London. Whether it's our high streets, whether it's knife crime, whatever the issues, the Mayor has been standing shoulder to shoulder with us here in Enfield North. So without further ado, let me please introduce to you the Mayor of London.
Thank you very much, everyone. Good morning. I just want to say, can you hear me? What a joy it is to be here in Enfield and to be campaigning for Nick Bois to be re-elected, because he is an absolutely fantastic MP, parliamentarian, but above all, a tireless campaigner on the issues that matter to this constituency and to London. We all remember the problem of knife crime, how severe it was back in 2008, around then. It has now come down dramatically across our city. We're seeing reductions in incidences of knife crime, and above all, we're seeing fewer deaths. And the murder rate in London is now down to levels we haven't seen since the 1960s. You cannot fudge those statistics, my friend. It is incredibly important that we stop young kids on our streets from dying from knife crime. Nick Bois has been at the forefront. David Burrows and others have been at the forefront of those Conservatives in London campaigning to take that issue seriously, and we are seeing the results. And I think you will agree with me that we want also to see Enfield's law put into national legislation. So far it's been blocked by other parties that I will not name in the coalition. But we want to anybody who goes equipped with a knife, should face a mandatory jail sentence. That's what we did for guns. It had a dramatic effect. That's what we've got to do for knives as well. Bring down crime even further. He's been leading the way on that, and he's been leading the way in the campaign for better transport for this area, to make it an even better place, not just to live, but to work as well. And I'm absolutely proud to say that it is this part of London that is going to be pioneering the next stage of the development of our overground rail network. The West Anglia system is going to be incorporated into TfL's routes. Nick has been campaigning for that. It will mean a more frequent service, it will mean a better service, and my friends, from May, you will see the fare package integrated into TfL's package, so that for many people, not necessarily for everybody, but for many people, the fares will come down. They certainly won't go up. And that is, I think, something that everybody wants to see. Nick's campaigned for local schools, for the teaching of modern languages in our schools. He's campaigned tirelessly to get young people into apprenticeships. How many jobs fairs have I done with you, Nick?
We've done loads.
We've done loads. Time and again, this guy has worked to help get young people the confidence, the enthusiasm, the self-esteem that comes from being in a place of work. And your work on apprenticeships, Nick, has been absolutely fantastic. Since you have been an MP, there have been, in Enfield, 2,850 people have started apprenticeships, and that is, I think, a tribute to the hard work and the personal, passionate commitment that you have shown. And put all those things together. Fighting crime down by about 20%. Fighting crime, putting in the transport links, encouraging better education, getting young people into apprenticeships. What is that going to lead to? It's going to lead to the kind of economic recovery that we've seen in this borough, in this city, and in this country over the last 5 years. And it is a truly amazing record. The claimant count here in Enfield, people who are facing the misery of unemployment, the claimant count is down 41% since you've been an MP. Nick, employment in London, number of people in jobs in London. Do you know how much it's gone up by since the Conservatives have been in power? 533,000. The unemployment rate is down just in the last quarter by 13,000. And do you know how many new businesses have been created in our city since 2010? Since our Conservative government, Conservative-led government, I should say, came into power. Do you know how many new businesses? 215,800 new businesses in London. That is a dynamic, vibrant economy, and it is helping to get young people who never thought they would get a job to get jobs. The NEETs, those not in education, employment or training, down at the lowest level for 25 years. That is something we should be genuinely proud of, that we should be talking up every moment of the next month of this campaign. And it is that economic recovery that is delivering the tax revenues, the buoyant economic growth that enables us to pay for better hospitals and better schools and all the investment that we need for a civilised society. That is the right approach to the economy, and it is the Conservative approach. And I think there is only one party at this election that wants to take this country forward, isn't there? Everybody else wants to go backwards in one way or another, don't they? Ed Miliband would like to go back to some French version of the 1970s. UKIP would probably like to go back either to the 1950s or, to judge by their recent performances, the 1930s, listening to some of their language. The Greens would probably like to go back to somewhere around the middle of the Bronze Age, or the emergence of the Beaker people. The Liberal Democrats will probably go back to any epoch in which the Liberal Democrats were on more than 5% in the polls. It's only the Conservatives who really have a positive vision for this country. It's only the Conservatives who want to take Britain forward. So I hope you will all work flat out and help us get Nick Bois re-elected thumpingly here in Enfield on May the 7th and return an absolute majority for a sensible, moderate, dynamic, progressive Conservative government, but tax-cutting Conservative government led by David Cameron. Thank you very much, everybody.
Right, ladies and gentlemen.